We are making Vietnamese crepe today. It is a very popular southern dish that you can find everywhere in Vietnam. Let's make the crepe batter. First, we are using 1 can of coconut milk 400 milliliters. Some people will even add 2 cans. How do you know how much water to add? The crepe flour mix that we bought requires 900 milliliters of water. I then subtract 400 milliliters of coconut milk. The balance is 500 milliliters of water. I add an additional 100 milliliters for a total of 600 milliliters for the batter to be a bit more liquid. We have here a Vietnamese crepe flour mix of 400 grams. You can find this mix in pretty much every Asian supermarket. And in the back, the instructions to make the crepe batter. I'm adding the crepe flour mix. Don't do like me and forgetting to sift the flour. Not sifting requires more whisking to ensure a lump-free batter. Let's take out the small turmeric pack that dropped in the batter mix. I'm adding the turmeric that came with the crepe mix. We want the crepe to have a nice yellow color, so we are adding an additional half a teaspoon of turmeric. By adding finely chopped shallots to the crepe batter, it will make your crepe more beautiful, appetizing and tasty. We are using 400 grams of shrimp. These are size 41 to 50. I'm leaving the shell and taking out the tail. Some might find the shell too hard, so just take them out. It is pork belly meat. The layer of fat and meat gives a great taste to the Vietnamese crepe. I'm cutting pieces around 4 centimeters wide and leaving out the thick skin at the bottom. The thin slices are 2 to 3 millimeters thick, but you can cut them thicker if you like it. I add half a teaspoon of salt to shrimp and pork, and a small amount of ground black pepper. Mix them evenly. A basket of herbs and greens is a must when eating Vietnamese crepe. We have perilla, fish mint, Thai basil, coriander, cucumber, frisee lettuce, mint. Let's make the fish sauce, which is a must while eating the Vietnamese crepe. A quarter cup of sugar, half a cup of hot water to dissolve the sugar, half a cup of cold water, a quarter cup of fish sauce. You will find multiple brands of fish sauce at the Asian supermarket. I am using the premium brand Red Boat. I'm using 3 cloves of garlic. Using a garlic press saves time and gives you finely chopped garlic. To spice up the fish sauce, I'm adding a small hot chili. Time to put the garlic and hot chili in the fish sauce. If you want to make a great fish sauce, you absolutely must add fresh lemon juice and even better fresh lime juice. I'm adding a quarter cup of lime juice. We are making marinated carrots and daikon, a great side dish to the crepe. You need 200 grams of carrots and 200 grams of daikon. You can either use a vegetable grater to grate the carrots or simply use a knife and chop them finely. Put the carrots in a bowl. I find that using a knife to chop the daikon produces better results than using the grater. Put the daikon together with the carrots. To marinate the carrots and daikon, we need 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 3 tablespoons of white vinegar, mix them up evenly. I am cutting thin slices of onions. You may use white or red. It is to fry with the shrimp and pork. Time to make the Vietnamese crepe. In a pan at medium heat. If your pan is new or recent, you don't need to add oil, but if not, just add a little bit. Firstly, add shrimp, pork and onion. Depending on preferences, the amount varies. You shall cook for 1 minute each side. Let's pour the crepe batter. I pour the batter from the side and swirl the pan to cover all the bottom. Some people will start pouring in the middle. If you see holes, just pour some more to cover them. I'm also reducing the heat slightly lower than medium heat, to not burn the crepe. I'm adding bean sprouts. Some will even add mung beans. In fact, you can add any kind of meat and ingredients you like. Let's cover the pan for 1 minute. We took out the lids. You should always verify and make sure the crepe don't burn. It happens when leaving them too long in the pan. As soon as they get crispy, take them out. This is one way to verify the crispiness. We have our plate of Vietnamese crepe, greens and herbs, marinated carrots, daikon and fish sauce. How to eat the Vietnamese crepe. In a plate or bowl, add 1 crepe, then put in every herbs and veggies you like. If you find the taste of the herb leaves overpowering, you can either cut them in smaller pieces or tear them with your hands. I personally prefer to tear them manually. I'm adding marinated carrots and daikon. And finally the fish sauce. Before eating the crepe, I always cut it in smaller pieces. It will be easier to eat, but if you want to bite into an entire crepe, you can. The second way to eat a Vietnamese crepe is to wrap it in a lettuce leaf. Firstly, take a piece of the crepe and put it on a lettuce leaf. Then add all the greens and herbs you like. Wrap it until it forms a roll. Then dip into the fish sauce and enjoy.